If you're watching this video, it's because you are going through a psychic awakening. Okay, this is an energy update for those who are meant to receive this message, and for a group of souls that are going through a very deep internal transformation. Okay, because with these intuitive abilities that are activating inside of you, you're going through all these new experiences, you're starting to really start to perceive subtle psychic information. But there's also this surge of emotion that's coming up with these abilities, because with every upgrade within your energy, within your consciousness, comes the inner work you have to do with it, the unconscious energy that's coming up, that's being pushed up to the surface. And it's opening for a reason, because you're ready to face it, because you're ready to work through it. So if you're watching this right now and you're going through a tough time, but at the same time your consciousness is expanding, you're experiencing all these synchronicities, becoming more aware of patterns of energy within yourself and your life, it's because your consciousness is shifting. And not only that, I'm also feeling and seeing this light activation that's happening. A lot of your energy bodies are expanding. You're starting to experience energetic symptoms within yourself as your internal energy is changing. But rest assured that even though this is a dark time, dark in the sense that it seems unknown, the future seems unknown, you don't know why this is happening to you. Even if you don't know why, you don't know where you're heading or what you're becoming, who you're going to be on the other side. But rest assured that it's going to be much more in alignment with your soul, because you're starting to become more energy driven. Instead of driven by the mind, driven by the old limitations of the self, you're being driven, being guided by something much more fulfilling, much more intelligent. Intelligent not in the sense of being able to remember and collect information, being able to think about things in an intellectual, logical sense. This is a deeper sense of intelligence that goes beyond the physical senses, the physical form. And that's what you're tapping into, my friend. You're tapping into this deep, energetic intelligence within yourself. But I'm also seeing with these changes, there is this underlying fear and tension I'm getting in this energy. And the word that I'm getting is restriction. Where you are restricting yourself from embracing these changes, where you are restricting your soul from expressing itself, from really embracing the internal shifts that are happening and creating change in your physical reality connected to these changes. So the question to ask yourself, the soul question, is where am I currently restricting myself from growing, from expanding? What changes am I avoiding and going back to old patterns? Where am I staying too comfortable? Because, the water inside you is moving. And to keep this energy moving, we have to also take action in our life. We also have to make the changes that are being called to be made. Because we all know stagnant water is a breeding ground for disease, for bacteria. And the same thing happens within ourselves. We become stagnant, we become full of disease, we become full of stress and tension and inflammation. So the calling is to become more fluid, become lubricated with energy. If you can lubricate yourself with energy, I know that sounds weird, but it's just all about having that fluidity within yourself. If you can move like water, like Bruce Lee always said, you can embrace these changes and it becomes effortless for your soul to move forward, for yourself to be aligned with your soul. The soul is already highly intelligent. It's all knowing. So we have to really let go and surrender to the process. I'm also receiving dragon energy. I'm seeing this dragon energy as you go through this portal. I was seeing this blue portal, and you're entering through this door. And behind this door is a new aspect of your life. I was feeling this dragon energy activating in this energy. So what is that activating inside you? It's activating this inner power, this inner confidence in yourself to be able to let go of the old and move forward into the unknown. To be able to let go of playing small, because there's this, with that self-restriction, it causes you to shrink yourself. It causes you to look away, and this blocks your clairvoyance. It blocks your ability to see into the future and plan steps that will take you forward. Instead, you're looking away. It's like, I don't want to look at this. It's uncomfortable. I'm not ready for this. So it is a stripper of illusion. This dragon energy is burning away those illusions, because that's what blocks our third eye. That's what blocks our clairvoyance. So this is also a dragon energy activation that's happening, calling you to embrace your power, calling you to also question, where are you stripping yourself of your power? Where are you playing small? How can you take up more space in your life? How can you allow your energy to take up more space? Okay, so these abilities are activating inside you. It's like a stream of energy, a stream of life force. I'm also hearing the word beets, like the food. They want you taking care of your heart health as well. This is going to help your circulation of blood and energy within your body, within your system, eating red foods as well. It's going to help with the root foundation of these changes. Having a strong foundation is going to help you remain stable within the internal changes and whatever's happening in your life. But eating beets, yeah, for cardiovascular health, for the flow of blood and circulation within your body. And overall, there's just a sense of being able to shape shift and change your identity when it's needed. Okay, it's always good to be able to remain like a rock and remain stable within yourself, to have a structure of yourself that you're building. But when it comes time to change, some of us struggle to make those changes. We're like, I'm kind of comfortable here. I've been doing this for a while. I really like this, but now it's starting to get stale. It's starting to get old. Just like anything else in life, okay? We're meant to transform. We're meant to continue to embrace change and remain fluid. So this is about being able to change the role you're playing when it's needed, to change the character, the avatar. How can you empty yourself of those old beliefs, of whatever is becoming stale within yourself? This is all part of the changes that are happening, these energetic upgrades, and a calling into the unknown, a calling into a new version of you, a new expression of your soul. And that's what makes life fun. That's what makes this experience so enjoyable, when you're able to experience the new, get uncomfortable, but eventually get comfortable with this new expression or this new role that you'll be playing. So allow yourself to shift. And rest assured, on the other side of the unknown, there's light. There will be light. Like you're being birthed. Of course, it's so much pressure being birthed, being shot out into a new reality. And that's what it's like. You're going through this portal. But remember, as your internal energy changes, so does your physical reality. So this is a product of the inner work you've been doing. So if you don't want to change your reality, stop doing the inner work. Stop changing yourself. But that's impossible, because you know that there's this highly intelligent energy that's moving through you, that's almost taking you through this awakening process. And there's no really stopping it. We can avoid it, but the pressure only builds, because we suffer if we don't listen to our intuition. So that is the energy update for today. You may be experiencing some energetic symptoms, some new openings, some new sensations in the body. Just remember that this is energy moving. It is all energy. And if you can keep that perspective, you'll be able to move through these changes so much easier when we're not putting things on a pedestal within our mind. All right, if you want to work with me one-on-one or in a group program where we're doing quantum healing to shift our internal energy and transform from within, look in the link in my description. You can apply to work with me to really help you make these shifts within your life. And if you want more energy updates in the future, hit that like button so that I know that you guys enjoy these, and subscribe to my channel, Soul Expansion. I appreciate it. And this is the second time I had to record this. Actually, the sound didn't work the first time, so sometimes that happens. Technology messes up and we just have to keep that momentum. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you took something out of it. There's a newfound clarity that's on the other side of these changes. And we all have these psychic abilities to a certain degree. It's just about really honing them, tuning into them. All right, guys. Peace and much love.